Hi, I'm James Walk. Welcome to M&H Plastics. We're going to take you on a tour through our facility and show you what we make here.
Alright, so in this department we have 34 extrusion blow mold machines. Out of these 34 machines we have what's called a single parison and a dual parison, and all that means is how many bottles does it make each cycle. On a single parison you have a cavity on the left and a cavity on the right. It makes 2 bottles per cycle. On a 2 parison machine you have 4 cavities, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. It makes 4 bottles per cycle. We always keep a sample of when we get done with the bottle so that we can pull it up the next time the job comes up and say, okay, does this match? This will be our standard. So then every time we run, we want to make sure that we're doing the exact same thing as we did last time so that they get a continual product. It goes through a flaming process. The flaming process makes sure that the surface is going to be a nice smooth surface that we can put ink on and that it will adhere to. After each pass, it goes through a UV light. All of our decoration inks are UV cured.
So now we're going to talk to Mr. Jim Vaglas. He's our VP of Sales here at M&H Plastics in Winchester, and he's going to talk to you about sales and marketing.
Greetings and welcome to M&H Plastics. Being in the industry for over 30 years, I can tell you that if you're a self-motivated, driven individual for success, someone who's a good relationship builder, you may find yourself looking at a career that may actually include sales. Essentially, the job itself does prefer to have a degree, but it is not an absolute. Even if you're not a degreed individual, we do have a program within our organization to enhance and possibly build career paths for the right individuals. For the right individual that possesses certain qualities in communication, both oral and written skills, these are the individuals that would be willing to teach and to learn and to enhance a career in sales. What I will tell you is a career in packaging is probably one of the most fulfilling things that you will find. It's about taking a customer who has really no idea how to get their product to market, giving them a solution, and then developing a bottle, a cap, and a decoration to go along with their idea. Perfect example, here we have a company by the name of Grip Clean. It was an entrepreneur that had an idea of what they wanted to do in a particular market. This happened to be for the Extreme X Games. So this person had an idea of the product, but they really didn't know how to bring this to market. They knew what the juice was, but they didn't know how to put the package together. So here we helped them with a standardized bottle with the closure, and then the decoration was a shrink sleeve that was put over this. This may seem very simplistic to the consumer, but there's a lot of development that probably takes at least 2 to 3 months of development, working with other suppliers or working with colorant suppliers, label suppliers. But these are the things that are exciting. This is the pursuit of the chase, or the development of a program to take this customer from a concept on paper all the way through to production to something that would be on the shelf.
If you wanted to come in for a more qualified, say, a tech position, then you would want to have a resume showing what you're capable of doing, what you've done in the past, and where you want to go with your future. If you wanted to come in for a packer job, all you would really need to do is just give us a resume or go through a temporary staffing agency such as Axiom. So in order to do the technician job, you would need to be able to have experience with tools, know how to use them. For a job such as being a packer or material handler, all you really need to do is make sure that you show up to work on time and that you arrive on the days that you're scheduled to work. Kind of like Jim said, you don't have to have a bachelor's degree or a degree in marketing to get noticed for sales. It helps, but it really comes down to what do you want to do, what can you do, and how good are you at doing it, and where do you want to go.
So this is Kyle. Kyle joined us after his junior year at Virginia Tech. Basically he came in saying, I'm going to have a packaging degree from Virginia Tech after I graduate. You guys have an internship, I could come along and learn while we're moving. So I kind of took Kyle underneath my wing and taught him the packaging side.
I studied packaging systems and design at Virginia Tech. We studied multiple different sectors of packaging, including corrugated and plastics and glass, and plastics really stuck out to me. I graduated from in Sharando High School, and staying local was a big part of working for me.
I was actually a car technician. I started here at the local Ford plant. And then I ended up working at a independent car dealership called UAG. I went through some certifications. And I got to the point where I'd kind of reached the peak of my career and I wasn't going to be able to advance any further unless I opened up my own shop, and that wasn't really something I was interested in doing. So I actually decided to go back to school. I went through Lord Fairfax and ended up getting 2 different associate's degrees because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I met a physics professor who said you need to be a mechanical engineer, and started diving into what those classes were and what it would take to get there, and realized that it would be a good fit. So I actually transferred in through the telecom communication program at ODU, the distance learning, and I got my 4-year bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering that way. I actually landed a job here at M&H Plastics about 4 months before I graduated, and it was through a voice of a friend that knew Mr. Thigpen, the CEO here, that said, why don't you just come in and talk to him and explain what you are, what you can do, and what you want to do. So, knowing nothing about plastics other than the few little courses I took throughout college, I came in here and explained that I was a local, I didn't really want to move, I had a family and some kids, and just kind of fell into it. They ran me through the gambit, and I learned everything about all the processes here at M&H Winchester, from ISB to deco to extrusion blow mold, and that was about 5 years ago, and I'm still here. Thanks for joining us here at M&H Plastics, and I hope you enjoyed the tour.